Hey guys, welcome to another Windsor Airsoft review brought to you by 6mmbb.com. Today we're going to be reviewing the Jing Gong M4 Stubby Killer CQB, which as you can see is not the real size of an M4, but instead is a CQB version. And I'll go ahead and start giving you guys an overview of how the gun's put together. First off, back here, this is metal. This the battery and the battery container and the butt pad. And you see it's got some texturization on there. The battery goes right in there, and I'll show you how to install that in a minute. This just closes right up. You've got a rotational little clip for a strap, and this is not the kind of strap where you put it on your back. This is the kind of strap that would attach to a ring on a vest, and the gun would hang right here for when you're not using it, which is pretty much what you would do with all CQB weapons and some machine guns. This entire stock right here has a rubberized texture to it, which is fairly nice. It's similar to the rubberized texture of the stock on the Jing Gong Bar 10. We've got metal rails, like a quad rail on the front, which houses a removable front sight, and we've got this entire rear sight mechanism is also metal. You take it out by pressing that down and releasing that little lever. This pops up and it's fully adjustable. It's a little bit impractical though, because you can see how small the hole is, and because of how short the entire gun is, you really have to get your eye up in there to shoot it. So somewhat impractical. I would suggest putting a red dot sight or something on this forward rail that's provided for you. So we put that back down, latch it in there, fold that back down, and you've got rail systems for like a flashlight, a laser, and then any optics that you would want to put on there. This entire part right here is ABS plastic. I'm assuming that the gear box inside is all metal because this gun actually weighs more than you'd think it would just coming out of the box. One thing that's a downside about this gun is that it is not for left-handed shooters. You can see right here on the grip that there is a place for your thumb, a place for your forefinger, and then places for the rest of your fingers down here, which makes it incredibly comfortable for right-handed shooters, but practically impossible to hold if you're a left-handed shooter because of the way your fingers just can't lay down on top of that design. And also the fire selector switch is also only on the left side of the gun, which will be bad for anyone who is trying to shoot left-handed. Got the magazine release right here is pretty standard. Hop-up adjustment also standard for all M16 and M4 models. Pull back the charging lever and your hop-up adjustment is revealed with that little wheel right there. Push that back up, forward assist. It's spring-loaded, but it pretty much does nothing. And obviously your magazine well right here. Trigger guard right here is metal, I think, and trigger obviously. And I've already covered the forward rails and everything, so that's pretty much the overview of the gun. It's very short, very compact, but not just a piece of plastic. It's very heavy because of all the metal parts on it. And we will, actually I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to install the battery. Come back out here in the sun. There's obviously your battery compartment. Take out the little 8.4 volt that they give you and just plug it in right there. It's the small size battery connector. Just plug that in right there and push the battery down in there, which of course with an AEG is more of a pain in the butt than anything else. I haven't yet had one AEG in my hands that the battery is easy to install. So that actually pushes down in there kind of nice, and then if you can get the wires in there, it closes up. So not too bad. You should be able to do that pretty easily. And then you got semi-automatic, very loud as you can tell. Not a great thing about this gun. My guess is that some of the aspects of the cylinder might be going awry. I think maybe a little bit better compression would dampen the noise more. Possibly, I don't know. I really haven't gotten inside an AEG that much, so I wouldn't know. But it seems like probably with a little internal work, this gun could be silenced more than it is, because it is very loud. Here's full auto rate of fire. Pretty decent rate of fire for a submachine gun, but also, again, very loud. As you can see, as I'm holding this up here, it's kind of impractical because the entire thing is so short. I'm having to really bring my arms together. I guess this is more of a gun really for just holding like this. But if you are in a tight situation, I guess having it all close to your body would be good. And then the magazine, which I've also got. little tiny magazine. Technically it's high cap because you have to wind it, but you know, it's, I'd say maybe 200 rounds. I'd say maybe in that magazine. And oops. And today we're going to be using Golden Ball 0.25 gram BBs because the hop up on this seems very strong right out of the box. I don't know if I just got a lemon hop up or if this is how the hop up comes on all of the Jing Gong Stubby killers. But today we're going to be using 0.25s in the shooting test, which we'll go to now. Alright guys, here's the shooting test for the Jing Gong Stubby killer. We're only going to be doing a close range shooting test. As you can see, it's very windy and the hop up is really high on this particular model. I've heard great things about this gun on reviews that I've read prior to doing this review myself, and people use 0.2s with it and seem to not have a problem, so I might have a little bit of maladjustment with my hop up in this model. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and shoot at I'd say probably about 50 feet for this one, and I'm going to take 5 shots with him right behind my back and then 5 where he focuses in on the stump so you can see the shots. I'll go ahead and use my little provided sights since I have nothing else to go by at the time. I don't know if that was 5 because I wasn't counting, and it seemed that one of the BBs maybe had gotten jammed and rolled out the front, but I don't know if that was just a fluke or something. Now he'll zoom in on the stump. Alright, now he zoomed in on the stump, so I'm going to go ahead and take a couple more shots. And here's a couple shots on full auto. Alright, obviously no accuracy problems at this range. Let's move back a little bit. Alright guys, we've moved back to 100 feet on the shooting test. Again, shooting at the head of that stump right there. And he's going to be filming right behind me, and then he's going to zoom in on the stump for more shots. So let's go ahead and do this. First set will be on semi-automatic. After taking the first couple shots, I was able to get it on the stump every time. Again, the wind and the excessive hop up are playing a little bit of a role in my accuracy. But now he's going to go ahead and zoom in on the stump. I don't think I missed any of those shots except for maybe the first one. So again, this is still performing pretty well. This is only a range of 100 feet, so I guess for a CQB gun, this is definitely pretty much up to what I would expect. And we will go ahead and once again move farther back. Alright guys, this is Cy, the cameraman a couple seconds ago, and he's volunteered to be shot on live YouTube by this gun, so he will go ahead down there to the tree, which is a little bit over 100 feet away, and we'll shoot him. Let it be known that you can only find live human tests on reviews for 6mmBB.com. Alright, now I'm holding the camera in my left hand, shooting with my right, so I apologize if we're having some trouble aiming. I accidentally hit him in the head. Sorry! Stay there! Did I hit you? Yeah. Alright. Wait. I didn't mean to. I have to like aim at your feet. Alright, okay, I guess that will work. I mean, I don't want to shoot. What? Okay. Alright guys, I cracked up the first time I ended up shooting him, so we're going to be doing this again. He is down there at about a little over 100 feet, and I'm holding the camera in my left hand, shooting with my right. So we'll see if I can hit him, and I'm sorry if you can't really see it that well. I think I tapped the top of his head right there. Oh, right there in the back. Again in the back. And again in the arm. Alright, the shooting test is over. The brave cameraman's taking some good hits for the camera. Everyone thanks Cy for his bravery getting shot at 100 feet with a pretty decently shooting gun. Again, we're using .25s in this test, which are probably shooting at about 300 feet per second out of this gun because this gun is supposed to shoot .2s at about 350. So let's thank Cy for his bravery, and
oh my god. No problem.
I hope you all have enjoyed this Windsor Airsoft review. Stay tuned for more to come. I'm going to be reviewing that pistol, which is the KWA KP8 Compact with the new NS2 gas system in it. And I'm also going to be reviewing my finally upgraded Jing Gong Bar 10 sniper rifle. So I hope you all have enjoyed. Special thanks again to 6mmbb.com with the link in the description. You guys have an awesome day.